Hi, Penny here from the Patchwork Angel on the beautiful Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. A lot of people ask me about binding quilts, so I thought we'll do you a quick little tutorial on binding your quilt. Now, the first thing you need to do is make your binding, and we like to join our binding with bias joins. The reason we do this is it spreads the bulk of the seam over a distance rather than having it all in one place when you fold it over the edge of the quilt. So I'm just going to show you how I do this. I overlay slightly. The reason I do that is because now I know I have to sew from this angle to this angle. Okay, I chain piece mine. So what I do, I pop that in there, give it a couple of little stitches, line it up again, line it up to my angle, and away we go. Okay, next one, take the right side up, pop your next piece on, little bit of an overlap. Okay, that's a bit much of an overlap actually, I'm wasting a bit of fabric there. A little bit of an overlap, pop it under, a couple of stitches, line it up to your angle, looking at it straight through here, and away we go. Once we've sewn them all together, and this is something I love on my machine, it cuts the thread, you can then just take them out and you can just take them to the side of your machine or to your scissors and snip them all apart. Then you trim this piece off and you take it to your ironing board and fold it in half, ready to put on your quilt. I'll be back shortly. Actually, oh no, I thought I'd put that the wrong way around. It's just that it's got the light behind it. So I'll be back shortly and I will show you how to put that onto your quilt then. And then we also have another video available on our YouTube channel, which I'm sure you've subscribed to by now, and hit that bell button to make sure you get notifications on how to finish your binding on a quilt. So I'll be back soon to show you how to do that. Okay, so here we are back again. We've made our binding. We've got that folded in half and all pressed, and you can see we've got our lovely bias joins all done there. And we've pinned the quilt about halfway in the middle of the bottom. We're going to leave this bit open, about 10 inches, so that we can join that up later on. Now, we've got another video on how to join up at the end of your binding, and I encourage you to watch that on our YouTube channel. So please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that little bell button too to get the notifications, and that way you'll get to know everything that we're doing. But there is another video previous to this one called Binding Your Quilt, and I do encourage you to watch that as well. So here we go, we're going to start stitching. We've got our walking foot engaged on our machine, or our dual feed in the case of my bonita. And walking foot is brilliant. I love my walking foot. I use it for lots and lots of things. Now you've got to obviously keep the weight off the quilt as you're putting this on. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down, adding that on all the way, and you're going to start getting towards the corner. As you get towards the corner, I want you to pop a pin in at 1/4 inch from the corner. Now, I just eyeball that, but if you're really uptight about it, measure it. I'll go 1/4 inch there. Okay, so that's my pin. I'm going to sew up to that pin. Now you can see I can actually mark it on the fabric with my nail. So I'm going to pop that there like that. I can feel the pin. I'm coming up to it. Now the thing is that when you mark it, it does stretch a little bit as you sew. So sometimes that pin mark will move a little bit. I'm doing a back stitch now. I might just do one more stitch. That's it. Take my pin out. Now I cut my thread. So either take it out from under your foot and cut it, or if you've got a little button like me, which is rather nifty, that's great. Then you take your binding and you take it at right angles. Now I want you to see that. At right angles to the quilt. Then you bring it straight back down again with a nice neat fold. You turn your quilt around, and this gets a little bit what I call woman handling, or man handling if you're a male quilter. Now you start stitching right from the edge of that fabric. Do a back stitch and away you go again. Okay, so that's how you mitre your corners. Continue on until you get to your next corner. Pop your pin back in at your 1/4 inch away from your corner. Fold out at right angles, fold back with the fold again. Just replay that bit again if you missed it. And keep going until you get to near the end. Now, once again, as you get to the end, leave that 10-inch space. And as I said, I encourage you to go and watch that other video that we've done on finishing the binding. And that will show you how to finish that little part off in a beautiful, neat fashion where nobody will even know where you started and where you finished. So I hope that helps you do your mitered corners. Once you then go to hand sew them down, I'll just take this out from under the machine. I'll come back and add it in later. Once you go to hand sew them down, you're going to fold that over, fold it down the other way, and stitch it down. And you'll have a lovely little mitered corner. Now, I love to use our little pink clips, which I haven't got out yet, but they're on our website and they are brilliant. And I clip those down as I'm doing them. And I just hand sew that down from the back with a ladder stitch. There you go. Easy peasy, isn't it? So that's us from the Patchwork Angel, how to bind a quilt. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that little bell thing, whatever it is, to get notifications. And give us a thumbs up if you think we're doing okay. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.